We live in interesting times. The world's gone a bit crazy in recent years. For the past 3 years, we've been gaslit, bombarded with fear, lies, and more lies. Banks lend money they don't have and then charge interest on the money they lend. Companies profit from illness, war, energy crises, and the people that are meant to represent us clearly have priorities that lie elsewhere. Throughout history, the wealthy have perpetuated the same scam, profiting from the misery of the masses. A very small number of people create crises and then blame them on something or someone else and offer solutions that benefit only them. This small number of people control society through indoctrination, fear. They pit the masses against one another and then profit from the confusion that they create. Occam's razor is a philosophical theory that says the correct explanation is the one that requires the least amount of assumptions. When we look at the events that have occurred recently and apply the principles of Occam's razor, the only logical conclusion that we can come to is extreme greed. Greed has led to corrupt media, corrupt government, and a corrupt society. A society of consumers that are taught they need to look outside of themselves to feel okay. A society of people that believe it's up to others to make them feel safe and accepted. Anything beyond this is an assumption. So I don't blame religion. I don't blame people of different races or the archons. Assuming anything beyond the simplest explanation is just a waste of energy. We can't expect the people that create the problems to fix them. We can't expect governments to reduce the inflation that they create. We can't expect governments to make the homes that they've made unaffordable, affordable. That wars and the killing of innocent people is necessary. The majority have been so indoctrinated that they actually thought that being locked in their homes and segregated, not allowed fresh air, was for their health. They thought cancelling medical treatments and closing hospitals was for their health benefits. And the sad fact is that many people still believe this. So what is the solution? The solution isn't arguing with one another. It doesn't look like that voting's going to work. It doesn't look like that we're going to be able to vote our way out of this. Any tweaks to the existing system will become corrupted because the system has been designed to be corruptible. Turning on each other is exactly what these people who call themselves elites want. Divide and conquer is a strategy that governments use very effectively. If we turn to violence, we're going to be playing into their hands. We're going to give them the excuse they need to vilify violent reactions, to impose more stringent measures to stop further uprisings. No one is coming to save us. We need to save ourselves. So how can we do it? We can do it by changing where we focus our attention. To stop focusing on problems and start focusing on solutions. Start focusing on things that we can control. Trying to control what you have no control over is going to put you in a world of pain. It's going to cause you anger. It's going to cause you anxiety. It's going to cause you to feel depressed. You can't control what other people choose to believe or how they choose to react. You can only control what you believe and how you react. You can control your own reactions by becoming aware of your emotion. Trying to force other people to believe what you believe or take responsibility to make you feel safe, that's abusive. Trying to wake people up, arguing whether the world is or isn't flat, isn't going to help anyone. It's a waste of everyone's time. Let other people believe what they want to believe. If you fear their beliefs are dangerous to you, then just stay away from them. Identify what steps you need to take to improve your own life and be prepared to say no. Know what your values are. By knowing what your values are, you'll know what you will and won't accept. Stick to those values. Be prepared to say no to anything that goes against those values. We have anger to help us defend ourselves and our boundaries. If you're not clear on what your values are, or if you're unsure of your actual belief in your values, you may find yourself living in a constant state of anger, fearing attack. This can cause all kinds of issues. That anger can be directed at the wrong people. It can be directed in the wrong places. When you know what your values are, you won't need to live in a state of anger. You'll just be prepared to say no to anything that transgresses those values, even if that means losing family or friends. You don't need to live in fight or flight. And if you're calm, the situations that you fear are less likely to occur. You're going to be more pleasant to be around. You're going to be able to get your views across in a calmer way. Have faith in your own judgment. When you make a decision, stick to it. Go with your instincts and don't let other people sway your choices. Most people have been shamed out of their feelings and their emotions. They've been shamed out of going what their instincts tell them. Society has taught them that emotions are bad, that they should be suppressed. Emotions aren't bad. They're there to serve a purpose. They're there to serve you in some way. And if you try to suppress them, they're only going to get stronger and give you more trouble. What resists not only persists but becomes stronger. People have been taught to question their own decisions and to look to other people for validation and acceptance. And because of this, they can get drawn by the crowd. They can find themselves doing things that go against their values just to fit in, just to feel like they are part of something. Even if the thing that they're doing they know is wrong, they're still going to get drawn along and pulled into it. Don't judge others. Everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. If you don't like a person's behaviour or how they treat you, and you tell them that and they don't listen, just stay away from them. There's always two sides to every story. Don't jump on bandwagons if you see someone being demonized in the media. And narcissistic people often recruit what are known as flying monkeys. They make up lies about other people. They make up stories about other people, and they try and recruit others into their demonization and their abuse of others. Don't be a flying monkey. Don't allow yourself to be drawn into this kind of stuff. If you feel a strong aversion to a person, that's an opportunity to do shadow work. That aversion you feel can help you identify traits that you've been shamed out of, or maybe you have taken the opposite side of that trait. So if you're shamed out of someone because they're too loud or brash, maybe you've been shamed out of feeling confident. That's an opportunity for you to identify those issues and reintegrate those parts of you. Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know not yourself, if you know yourself but not the enemy, you will suffer one loss for every victory you gain. If you know neither yourself nor your enemy, you'll only suffer loss. So focus on getting to know yourself. Focus on integrating your shadow. Focus on healing your inner child and on improving yourself. Regardless of your views on the state of the world or what you want to achieve, your first step should always be to focus on yourself. Look to what you can do to change your situation. Look to what you can do to improve yourself. How are you creating your current reality? Anxiety and dysfunctional relationships has caused me a lot of struggles in my life. After a difficult divorce, my family did something that made me decide to look at myself and to start to find ways to change myself so that I could change the situations I was finding myself in. I did this through hypnotherapy, through learning hypnosis, from doing shadow work and from healing my inner child. And I'm glad I did these things, because if I hadn't, I have no idea how I would have made it through the past few years. And I am confident, I believe strongly that doing this kind of work can really help people, really help the world. If society is made up of individuals, then as all individuals start to take the opportunity to change and improve themselves, that will surely improve society, won't it?